I mean, Broxer just hasn't done anything, man. Dude, I maybe I'm just too hard on Broxer or something. I just expect him to like be doing something in these games, and he's just never doing it. Broxer will get benched. I like him, but he's obviously weak. I like Broxer too, like as a person. I just think that as a player, like just I don't know. There's nothing exciting about how he plays. He's a very like boring player, and he doesn't do anything proactive. He's a very defensive, boring player, which I don't think that those. I don't think those are good qualities for a jungler almost ever. Like what jungler, what team is super good right now, and their jungler is considered like boring and completely like defensive. Like every team that gets considered good, their jungler is always an aggressive player. It's just how it is. And this is why you're never excited about TL as a team. Like you don't want TL go to Worlds if you're an NA fan because the team is just boring. And you know that like this team versus any proactive, like imagine TL versus Mad Lions. Shadow's gonna run over the game in like 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, the game's gonna be boom. Shadow's just gonna roam to a side lane with Humanoid. TL's not gonna read it. They're not gonna have their jungler and mid laner in position. They're gonna 4-man dive it. Game's over. What teams would you like to see at Worlds if not for Team Liquid? I mean, honestly, if EG ever got their shit together, I'd prefer a team like EG going to Worlds over a team like Team Liquid because at least they have like some flair, you know? Like you can see them beating a team that's better than them by just like out pressuring, like making more plays, like things like that. You know, you can see those players taking over a game. Like a team like FlyQuest is pretty limited in like how far they would go too. They're kind of in the same vein as TL. If TSM ever got their shit together, right, and like you know their jungle situation was solved, I would like to see a team like that going as well because like at least they have players that you can see like popping off, like doing something in a big moment. TL, it's like they're so limited in what they can possibly do. Sure, they can probably get to Worlds, but they're almost 100% going to lose in groups.
Yeah, I do think a lot of the teams that
with Jizuke or Golden Goose with Jizuke. Yeah, like the Jizuke, Kumo, EG, if they ever got that roster together. TL had Blabber or Santorin, they'd be a team you want to see, or closer, or Contracts even. Like, yeah. With how Contracts has played the last 2 weeks, like he's somebody who has been a like top 4 jungler in the region with his performance the last 2 weeks. There was no flash on that Ashe. That would have been a free kill if they went on the Ashe. They just didn't know how many people were there. If they had map hacks, that was a free kill. They just didn't know. And so now they're going to back up. Graves had 3 losing lanes. What a stupid pick. Well, top wasn't really losing. And also, like, if you have 3 losing lanes, you have to, like, understand how to path around that. It doesn't mean you automatically can't do anything ever. Like, how many times have you seen Closer play with multiple losing lanes and he still always finds plays? Because, like, you have to be able to understand, like, where the pressure is going to be from the enemy jungler and play to the other side of him. So you can still make aggressive plays with 3 losing lanes. You just have to be able to understand where the enemy jungler is at all times and play away from him.
And I want to dig into that a bit more. You're saying how this was a weird game for you. Yes, sitting at the 0 stat line all the way through past 35 minutes. And in the end, it was a Team Liquid victory, and you feel like you don't have as much of an impact. But then what was going through your brain? Kind of what were you processing?
It's so weird to interview Brox after this game. It's so strange to me.
To the team.
I feel like with the situation we were in and with the situation that I was in, it was pretty difficult for me to find many opportunities in the early and mid game. I wasn't able to push the game forward as much as I wanted to, but at the same time, I wasn't really holding the team down either. I found myself in a position where, I was just trying to make sure that I was always relevant in the game, always in a position to carry if it came to it, and most of all, just not being a liability for my team. Because they had a lot of pressure in the early game, and especially after the double kill, it was hard for me to find any openings, really. But most of all, not dying, not making any mistakes is, that's the positive takeaway here. And then, yeah, my team played really well, so obviously I'm happy that they brought it home for us.
Yeah, speaking of how the team was playing really well, and not just this game, but past games, we have seen the strength come out of the solo lanes as Jensen as well as Impact have had these moments of popping off. Obviously, Tactical and Core JJ doing wonders in the bot lane. What has that been like, bringing Team Liquid back to this place where it feels like you have a diversification of threats across all of the lanes?
I'm really happy with this situation that we're in right now, the stage we're in as a team, where it feels like all of us are able to carry the game and to play.
No. It's really, dude, I would be really happy to play with a team like this too. You know how little pressure it is on him to do anything? Like, if he doesn't have to do anything in any of the wins, for the community, he's just going to fly under the radar. He's just going to be chilling. And then somehow, like, when one of those players ends up trying to make all these plays and they just don't end up performing at the same level, when CoreJJ, Jensen aren't able to just carry the game alone, it's just going to be them. It's going to be like, dude, Jensen, man, number one, like, he takes up an import slot, or he at least took up an import slot for so many years. Now he's just washed up. He used to be toxic in the past. Fuck him. Get him off the team. Like, that's going to be the community perception. Jesus.
Thanks for speaking with me.
That interview was just like that interview was just like the game itself. It was just literally nothing. Hello, unmute. I'm just banning you. If you want to watch the stream, you can watch the stream. If you want to watch the co-stream, you can watch the co-stream. I'm not gonna unmute when there's literally nothing being said in the interview. Like, you could tell the whole interview was just PR bullshit. Why would I want to listen to that shit if I have the option not to and give my own take on my own stream?
Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
You are just a salty, sorry soul.
Sweater,
Yes, I'm just salty
like a good neighbor.
because I am invested in this. Or I just give my real take, which is just that he's been playing like shit the entire split. And if the team wasn't good, like, the team has not gotten any better from the jungle position from spring to summer. They look the exact same. The only difference is that CoreJJ and Jensen are now like 1v9 in games. That's the main difference.